Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 17822 Tramonto Drive in the Pacific Palisades area, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line for Kareem Daniel. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I'm currently sitting looking down into the public sewer connection here, about 240 feet from the structure. And what's occurring here is we dropped in through a 3-inch cleanout that's just under the house, and we pushed down the hillside to the street below. Looks like it runs through a neighboring property to run down to that street below to get to the public sewer. So it's a very long line. And what we're looking at here is a combination of original cast iron piping running down the hillside and then connecting to clay at about 130 feet or so. It continues the rest of the way down here to the public sewer. Now, as we pull off of the public sewer, actually entering in through a service manhole here, as we come off the public sewer and then back up into the private line pipe itself. Now, I may go ahead and take a look at our public sewer maps just to verify this connection. There aren't any additional city lines. In other words, we didn't drop into a city public line prior to that. But basically what we're looking at is a very long line with minimal access. Main sewer lines are supposed to have cleanouts every 100 feet of sewer pipe. So that would mean we'd really need to have another cleanout down the mountainside somewhere. Of course, that's very difficult access. So we'll see what we can figure out here as far as recommendations for better access for maintenance purposes on the system. Now, we're seeing common root intrusion occurring at several of these joints, kind of of varying degrees. So far, most of what we've seen is pretty minimal, but as we come back up the line a ways, we're going to start seeing some more significant roots. Now, the root intrusions in the older clay pipes are fairly common, and normally we're suggesting that they can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings, but if they're left unmaintained for extended periods, they can create blockages in a line. You can also damage the joints, so having good access for maintenance purposes of a line like this is pretty important. Let's continue pulling out here. This is one of the more significant areas here. Pulling up steeply again here. Now here's an area that we're talking about where the roots are a little more significant. We're going to see a couple more that are even a little bit more intrusive than that. Obviously, being that far away from our clean-out access here, we really aren't able to maintain these areas effectively. There's another good example there. You know, it is basically a straight shot, but very long. where the roots are quite a bit more significant. We have a difficult time getting the camera through. See, as we're making a bit of a bend here. Now, in a line of this length, and one that's this steep, if these areas were to clog, probably wouldn't notice it in the house. So it's important that you get good access for regular cleanings of that section, and then you want to monitor it with regular video examinations. Alright, so back up here, about 110 feet, we're pulling now back into the original cast iron piping that exits the back of the structure and runs down the hillside. And that's what we're going to be looking at the rest of the way out. These cast iron pipes, they're expected to have a service life somewhere in the 60 to 70 year range, typically. And we're looking at a pipe that's pretty aged. It definitely has moderate to heavy rust and scale buildup. So this is a pipe that would be considered nearing the end of its useful service life. So for the time being, it does appear to be functional. I'm not seeing that it's starting to fail yet. But this is a pipe here that will need to be upgraded in the future as it continues to deteriorate. We got a pretty high amount of water running inside the house right now. We're going to see if we can minimize that, see a little bit better. Alright, so really we're just going to be looking at the same thing the rest of the way out, similar conditions. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the video, see if we can find access down the hillside, and maybe recommend another location to install a clean out for that lower section. It's very difficult access with the steep topography here, so I'll have to figure that out, and I'll put the final findings here in the written report as far as approximate location and if we're able to even do anything like that. So go ahead and wrap up the video portion for now, and I'm using that written report. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.